Yes, guys. Again, like I said, I did this last week, but again, I forgot to do the video where I went over the results. I want to do some I want to start doing some predictions to see how absolutely miles off it I am with Premier League games. Before we get into predictions, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Support the channel. Feedback also, I would appreciate. The guy told me last week that the sound stinks. So again, hopefully the sound is a lot better. Let me know. Let me know in the comments, all that good stuff, man. We're trying to be active. Cool. First game. Brighton Leeds. Brighton at home. I think it's a good one, you know. It's a good game, that Brighton Leeds. I do think they're both, again, very similar records. Very, very similar records. But I also think Leeds don't really score enough goals. They both concede way too many goals. I think I think Brighton walk away with this one. I'm gonna go 2-1 Brighton. I think they'll both score because I think they both concede a lot, and I think Leeds are looking for a way to get this side up and running goals wise. I think they've really got nine. I think they're maybe averaging 1 goal a game, which in the Premier League, if your defense isn't good enough, it's not really good enough to win enough games. To be quite honest with you, I think obviously they'll be safe. I think their team's good enough to stay up. But I think Brighton walk away from this 2-1 is my prediction. Brighton 2-1. I'm gonna go Brighton 2-1. I think they'll start pushing on. Burnley, Arsenal. I think again comfortable 2-0. I don't think we batter them. I don't think they're gonna open up like that. But I think there is an opportunity for us to batter them. I think it'll be comfortable, even though it's away from home. I'm gonna go 2-0 Arsenal. And then Crystal Palace, Brentford. I think that will be a good game. You know, I think that will be a good game. I think coming into the season, I think people thought that Crystal Palace and Brentford would just be a cakewalk. Brentford would be a cakewalk because of what they've lost. But again, I think Brentford is one of those clubs where they're gonna. Same with Crystal Palace. In fact, I think they're both very similar in the fact that when they get a big player, they're gonna lose them, but somehow they will stay the same. Like they'll always be. Like they're never gonna be in relegation trouble. They're one of those clubs that are really good at bouncing back. But yeah, Crystal Palace, Brentford. I hope, you know what it is, I want a big scoring game, man. I think Mateta is just a problem, bro. I genuinely think Mateta is a problem, man. I don't think Brentford are unbelievably defensively. So I think Crystal Palace are going to start scoring, you know, because I think their forward line is a good forward line. I think they showed it. I think they showed it a lot against Liverpool. I'm going to go 3-1 Crystal Palace. I'm going to go 3-1 Crystal Palace, man. I'm gonna go 3-1 Crystal Palace. Bit of a rogue one, I'd say. That's a rogue prediction, but I'm gonna go 3-1 Crystal Palace. And then I'm gonna go. Where we go next? Fulham Wolves. I think Wolves just stink, and I think Wolves are horrible, man. They're really, really horrible. It's a battle of the bums, this game, but I think Fulham are just a better squad. I think they just got better players. I think Wolves are horrible. They're still without a win. I mean, Fulham have found a way to get 2 wins, 2 draws. I think they'll find a way to get this result and kind of move them up the table a bit. I back Fulham to get like a 2. I think Wolves will score. I think they're off the high of scoring 3 against Chelsea, which is not an accomplishment, to be quite honest with you. Because I mean, Chelsea is Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna go 2-1. I'm gonna go 2-0 Fulham. Because I honestly think Wolves are very bad, man. Like, they're conceding a lot of goals and they're not scoring a lot. Like, they got a lot of problems. Like, you know what it is? If you're scoring a lot and you're conceding a lot, like, you've got a chance. Or if you're not conceding a lot and you're obviously stating the obvious here. But they're just bad at everything right now. So I just don't see them. I don't see them bouncing back. I think I predicted at the beginning of the season as well. I thought Wolves were done. I thought their squad was already bad. And they don't really have a way of winning games other than like attack, and they just sold their one attack, like their attack really. So for me, like they're in hell, man. They are definitely in hell. I'm gonna go 2-0. I'm gonna go 2-0 Fulham. 2-0 Fulham. That's my prediction. Nottingham Forest, Man U. I think Man U keep their good run of form going, and I think Nottingham keep their horrible run of form going. But then again, you know what? I back Sean Dyche to come in here and get a result, you know. And I don't love. I think it's been funny the fact that Man U have been doing well, but again, I still think it's the same Man U. I think people are getting carried away with the results that they've been getting. I think they're getting carried away. I don't think there's this big change. I don't think there's this big turnaround. I think they still stink. I think they still suck, bro. And I don't get me wrong, they got a good attack, but Casemiro, bro, like the results you've been getting to me ain't that impressive. And I still think Sean Dyche will put up a fight. I don't think they're gonna go to Nottingham Forest to score a lot of goals. I'm gonna say 1-1. Nottingham Forest, Man U 1-1 is what I'm gonna say. I think Nottingham Forest will nick a goal, even though they've scored the lowest amount of goals in the entire league. But I think them conceding 1 billion goals a game, I think that's going to come to an end with Sean Dyche. And I think they look a bit different. And when Nottingham Forest were at their best, they were a defensive side under Nuno. And I think Sean Dyche is someone that could potentially come in and reinstill that defensive solidity. So I'm gonna go 1-1 Man U Nottingham Forest. I think they drop points there. Yeah, I think they drop points there. That's what I'm gonna say. And then next we have Spurs Chelsea. That is a game where I honestly I couldn't care less who wins. I want them both to lose, to be quite honest with you. I think I prefer a Chelsea. Nah, you know what? I want Spurs to be high. I want Spurs to be on a high when they eventually drop down the table. So I'm gonna say I think Spurs kind of win this game, you know. Yeah, I think they win this game. I think Spurs are in good form, man. What have they got in the league so far? 17 goals and they've conceded 7. Like, they're defensively quite good. They're one of the better teams defensively. And if Chelsea can't outscore you, like they're just gonna concede. I'm gonna go 2-2 though, because that's what I'm hoping for. If I'm honest, that's a deluded answer. I'm hoping for a 2-2. I hope they both drop points here. I'm gonna say 2-2 Spurs and Chelsea. That's what I'm gonna say. 2-2 Spurs and Chelsea. That's my prediction for that. I don't think any of them necessarily are too much better than one. And then Liverpool Aston Villa at home. Again, Aston Villa is just a tough. It's just never someone you're buzzing to see on your fixture list, bro, because they're just irritating. If you look at their goals scored and goals conceded, it's the same as Newcastle. You're going there and the game's just gonna be jarring, bro. Newcastle and Aston Villa, I'd say are two of my least favorite fixtures for Arsenal, because they're just bare competitive, bro. It's bare annoying. You're not going there and you're not going to batter them. And that actually, it kind of irritates me. And I find those two teams in the league probably the two most irritating fixtures, because they can beat anyone on their day and they can also lose to anyone on their day. I kind of hate those clubs. I say those clubs are clubs that could be very, very top clubs if they had the owners that want that. If an owner grabs one of those clubs and starts pushing them, it's a long day, because they have built. Which again, I've made a video before in Newcastle, is they are a couple windows away from being hell, and but again, thank God for PSR, because we'd all be in hell. But back to the point, Liverpool, Aston Villa. I think Liverpool continue to lose. I think Aston Villa will win 2-1. I think Ekatike will probably score a shitty goal or something. Or I promise you now, it will be 2-1 Aston Villa, or somehow Liverpool will batter them, and that's just gonna rattle me. But I'm hoping Liverpool make it 5 losses on the bounce. I'm gonna go 2-1 Villa though, because I think Liverpool will score. They've scored goals. They can score goals. They've shown it, because they've got the attacking talent. I mean, it's 400 million worth of attacking talent. They better score goals. But again, I think Aston Villa are pretty solid defensively. They're a pretty good unit. I think Aston Villa win that 2-1 and go ahead of Liverpool. And long may it continue, man. I hope the misery continues. West Ham Newcastle. I think no brainer. I think. I'm going to go 3-1 Newcastle. I'm going to say 3 Newcastle. I think West Ham are honestly horrible. Very, very, very horrible. Very, very horrible. And then we got, the last one is Manchester City Bournemouth. Manchester City Bournemouth is an interesting one, because now you're banking on Bournemouth's run ending in order for Pep to win. And I think Man City are in a lot more trouble than what people think they are. And I think this game will show that they are really not they're really not on the resurgence. I don't think they are. I think they're in another team that's in the transitional phase. And I don't think they're going to go Bournemouth. I don't think Bournemouth are going to go to Etihad and get cakewalked. Do you know what I mean? So in my opinion, I think Bournemouth got a chance there, man. I back Bournemouth to win that, but I think it will be ending a draw. I want to say because Haaland is guaranteed his goal. Like he didn't score last game, so which means he's probably going to score this game because he's a rat. He's an absolute rat, fantasy rat. Love Haaland though as a person, but you need to get rid of that girlfriend as well. She's an idiot. Yeah, I would say I'm going to go with a Bournemouth win because it's just what I want. So it's a bit of a deluded answer, but I'm going to go Bournemouth win. I think they'll continue. I don't think they'll drop off just yet. It's only 9 games in. I'm going to go Bournemouth win 2-0. I'm hoping for a bit of a shocker. I hope they get steamrolled, if I'm honest with you. So I'm going to say Bournemouth 2-0. That's what I'm going to say. Because I think, again, if this is the issue as well, like we are a good 6 points against anyone that matters. And if Man City lose this game, the league is gone, bro. Because I think Liverpool will lose. And I think Man City will lose. And I think Spurs just have no chance of being consistent over the 38 games. So I think if we win and Man City lose, which I think is very, very, very possible, by the way. We got Burnley, they got Aston, they got Bournemouth, and Liverpool got Aston Villa. This is a very good match week for Arsenal. And if they lose, we go 9 points clear of anyone that matters. And that is a very... I don't think this is the Arsenal of old where we go 10 points clear and we let people back into that. I think if people let us get near 10 points clear this early in the season, I think it's over, man. I think it's really, really done. And I am hoping personally that Bournemouth go there and give Man City a quick wake-up call. Because I think people aren't even understand the gravity of this fixture for Man City. This is a must-win game for them. If they don't win the league, for me, the league's done. And I'm going to start celebrating now. I'm starting to disrespect. And then the last game is Sunderland, Everton. So I'm going to say on that, I think Sunderland beat Everton, to be honest with you. I don't know how Sunderland are doing this, but Sunderland look good, man. They're not conceding a lot of goals, man. And Everton, it's not that Everton are conceding a lot of goals. They're just conceding too many goals. And they're not necessarily scoring an unbelievable amount. That striker's not necessarily the best goal scorer in the world. I would say Sunderland. I think Sunderland win this comfortably, like maybe a 1-0 or a 2-1, something like that. But again, like they're easily beatable. But I'll go for Sunderland 2-1. That's my predictions for the week. We're gonna make a video going over all these predictions and going over the games as well. But yeah, boys, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, support the channel, support the boy, and I'll see you boys in the next video, man. Peace. Peace.